Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to another live stream. I am live right now on YouTube. I got my good checking on Sticker Bears t-shirts. So without further ado, let's get started. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna do my predictions for The Walking Dead Season 11 Part 2. Oh, this is gonna be very fun. Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna talk about who and who. In this video, I'm gonna talk about who will die and who won't die during Season 11 of The Walking Dead Part 2. And if you have any ideas who that can be, just write it down in the live chat down below. I would love to hear all your opinions. Do you think Ezekiel's gonna die? Do you think Daryl is gonna die? Do you think that Negan's gonna die? Just say it all in the comments down below. I would love to hear your predictions. It's gonna be very interesting and exciting at the same time. Of course, this is probably pretty obvious, but I'm gonna say it anyway. A big spoiler alert for anyone who's not up to date with the show, because I don't want to ruin anything for you guys. But further ado, let's get started with this. Okay, here we go. Here are all the characters. I'm just place myself right down here below, so don't stand in the way of anything. Yes. Okay, so here I have all the characters split up into a few groups. We got Alexandria, the Meridian. We have unknown, so those are the characters whose status is now currently unknown. Are they alive or are they not? We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Commonwealth. Oh, sorry about that. Too excited there. Oceanside. And others, the new characters we don't know much about, or somewhere we don't know exactly where they are, but they are still around. Okay, now, just before we get started, I know it's pretty obvious, but I'm just gonna say it for those who don't know. Green is that I think this character is definitely gonna die. Red means that I think this character is probably... Well, okay, I had it all wrong. Okay, sorry. Green is that I think this character is gonna live, and red means that I think this character is definitely gonna die. And so, I know I've said this before, but if you want to give your opinion on who you think is gonna die, just write it down in the comments below. And before we start, there's one more thing left to do, and that is watch the trailer of Part 2, so we can already get into the moods and think about who may or may not die. So, without further ado, let's get started by watching this trailer. Coming? It's taking a long. Uh-oh,
Someone else cared more than others. Because we're strong enough to hold weight.
Doing this all wrong. You survive everything for what? Keep fighting and killing each other?
You see, when it comes to men, it's just a matter of time before you make the same call.
Nice. Who's this? Was on the mission.
Get ready!
Welcome to Alexandria!
It is my honor
Your
tonight to
kitchen.
introduce someone who needs no introduction. The Governor of the Commonwealth, Miss Pamela Milton.
Pamela!
Thanks to my father's sacrifices, we are all here. Brick
Best here.
lock by lock. We're putting the world back together the way it was.
Oh, so much good shots. So many good shots.
Tastes like a city from the war. Where people will can't fit in.
Tell me it's... Yeah, awesome.
You remember?
Ooh.
Did you find it?
Everybody knows exactly who the fuck you are.
It's Ruchi.
Get ready. We're going to remake the war.
Okay, okay, that was pretty good. More interesting reaction there for me, maybe. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of the trailer. But that was that, so without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so we all understand how this goes. So let's get into this real quick. Okay, first off, we have, I have Alexandria right here, but maybe we should start with the Meridian, since that spot will go down in the first episodes. I think the first episode will all be about taking down the Reapers, and I think then in the rest of the season we'll go into the Commonwealth storyline. I think the Reapers will be done after episode 9. I know it sounds like a lot to cover in one episode, but I'm sure The Walking Dead can do that. They have done that before. So lastly we saw this group of 5 at Meridian, the place of the Reapers, which was before that the place of Maggie's people, and they were in war with them, and so then eventually Pope dies, and there are all stuff going on, but Leah is gonna blow up a big part of the place, and she evacuates her people, but Negan, Daryl, Mackie, Elijah are all down there, and now we just have to know who is gonna live. Are they all gonna survive that big explosion fire, or will all of them die? Well, it's kind of disappointing cliffhanger because they pretty much wasted Pope, a great villain for sure, but other than that, we all know that these characters are fine because the trailers, they all make it out of this Reapers situation just fine. I am not sure about Leah and our group because we don't see any of the Reapers in the trailers. We see them of course, but not that much. We see mostly stuff with the Commonwealth, so we know a lot of the things. We know that the Reaper storyline will pretty much be done in the first episode, episode 9. I don't see anything more. Sorry. I don't see anything more planned for the rest of the season with these guys. So, don't say and see. But anyway, everyone will be fine for episode 9 of this group, but are they fine for the rest of the season? We don't know. But we know that Daryl is fine for sure, because he has his own spin-off plans. Maggie is a pretty big fan favorite, main character, so for her to be back and then be killed off, it won't make sense. That would just be a terrible writing choice. I know they've done that before with characters like Carl and so, but, they won't do it again. No, they won't. Same goes for Negan. I don't see them killing him off, but I am interested to see what's gonna happen with him. Is he gonna be allowed to be taken into the Commonwealth, or will he be cast out? Will he have nothing to do there? Will he be accepted by the people there? Will he come to the Commonwealth? Will he meet Sebastian? That will be some interesting introduction to each other. Negan and Sebastian. I don't think they have met in the comics, so I'm interested to see how they will meet on TV. I know that TV and comics are very different, so what will go down between these two? Will he get pissed off at Sebastian, or will Negan like Sebastian? Or will he roast Sebastian? We'll have to wait and see. Elijah. Okay, Elijah is fine. I first thought he may die because we don't see anything of him in the trailer, but there's one shot in the trailer I just saw where Elijah standing next to Mackie and Herschel in I think Alexandria. So yeah, he's actually fine. Then Leah, okay, I don't see much of her in Twitter Arden at the Meridian, so she's dead for sure. I think she's either gonna blow herself up to save Daryl or her own people, or she is gonna get shot by one of her heroes, maybe Daryl, maybe Mackie, who knows. Then we have Brandon. Well, this is pretty obvious. We saw some set photos from backstage, and we saw a trailer and all, and it's pretty clear to me that he is gonna get carved. Brandon Carver, he's gonna get carved up by Negan, Elijah, and maybe Mackie. And he's gonna get stabbed and get a big knife into his heart. I'm not sure exactly who is gonna do it, but I see him fighting with Negan in the trailer, and I think that Elijah is gonna take him down because I think that Brandon killed Elijah's sister. I think that's what's going on here. So I think that Brandon is pretty much dead for sure. Then with the priest, I think his name is Mencia. Mencia, are you fine? You are not fine. You are definitely gonna die. You are a crazy guy. You're gonna get killed by Gabriel. It was pretty much clear from the sneak peek. They had some confrontation. Gabriel and the priest, they were sitting over. They were talking to each other, and it was clear to me that they were gonna fight. They were gonna face off. And I know that Gabriel is gonna be fine because we see a lot of him in the trailer. He may die later on in the season, but we see a lot of him with the Commonwealth and all. So for him to die here is not something that would make sense. So Gabriel's fine for here. But Mencia will be killed by Gabriel during that sneak peek scene. Of course, the extended version of that. Then we have Washington, new character of the Reapers. We don't get too much of him. He's just a minor character, so we don't care. And so he's probably gonna get shot in the face by Mackie or something. Yeah, then we have this dude. Sorry. Okay, then we have this dude. Fisher. Fisher is, I think, also dead. You know what? I actually think that all Reapers are dead, and I think any of the Reapers will survive. This is Brooke, and this is Austin. Wait, is this Brooke? I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to do that, but I have to look on the wiki. Bone. Okay. Interesting name. Bone. Okay, so Bone and Austin. Okay, but they're all dead in my opinion. I don't see any of the Reapers making it out of this season alive. I think they're all gonna die. Maybe if one of them has to live and flee or something, or become a part of our people. I think it maybe has to be Washington together with Austin or Fisher. Yeah, but the rest of them are probably gonna die in my opinion. I think that's not actually gonna happen. Okay, then let's see. We have Gabriel, and I just said he's fine, I think. Although there may be something going down with the Commonwealth and all. I think that the Commonwealth will become bigger villains than they were in the comics. I think there will be a lot of bad people there. I think we will have some big war and confrontation, so we might lose a lot of people. And Gabriel, in my opinion, has to die before the end of the show. I don't want him to die. I know that's pretty weird to wish on someone that he has to die, but they have been building it up so much that Gabriel has to die. Come on, he's been so many times close to that, so it has to happen eventually, right? Will it happen in this part? You know what? I think it will. I think that Gabriel will die during some confrontation with the Commonwealth. Okay, then we go to Alexandria. Okay, let's sell them at the storm. Who will survive this storm? Is there anyone who's gonna die during this storm? I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't think we're gonna lose many people during that storm because we see a lot of them at Commonwealth during the trailer. So I think that most of our main characters are gonna be fine. I think that Judith is just fine. Sorry, that's trailer in some weird house. I think that's where the outcast lives. So she's probably gonna get saved by Aaron in that basement together with Gracie. So she's trying to RJ and see him dying. That would be pretty stupid and weird out of nowhere. You also saw in the trailer, I think. Aaron's just fine. He may get the Rick storyline from the comics, become sort of a leader, rebellion of the Commonwealth. Because he started to look a lot like Rick. I don't know if you've noticed that, but he has the arm of Rick from the comics, he has his beard, and he's also starting to become some kind of father, just leader figure, so it's obvious to me that he is definitely gonna get the Rick comic book counterpart. And so he's probably gonna get killed somewhere during part 3 and not part 2 of the season. Yeah, I think that's gonna happen. Then we have Rosita. Rosita could maybe get the Dwight death from the comics. He goes a little bit too far, almost kills Pamela in a very defined way, and we know that our group tries to not kill people, especially when it helps them with their benefits. So maybe she will come up against Pamela and be killed, but I actually think that someone else is gonna get Dwight dead. We'll get to that person a little bit later on, but I think that Rosita is actually going to be fine. Maybe she even makes it through the whole series. Maybe she survives it all. That would be pretty interesting, actually, if she did that. Because she died in the comics, and there being all foreshadowing to her death, so for her to be alive at the end of the show would be surprising and pretty awesome, because we all like Rosita. She's an amazing, badass character. Then with Lydia didn't really get much to do in the first part of season 11. I hope she gets much more to do during part 2 or part 3. She barely appeared in part 1, I think. She deserves a lot more than that. She's an awesome, underrated character. So I would love to see a lot more of her, and for her to be killed off now is just something that would make sense. Then we have Magna. Okay, I think that Magna is gonna get a Dwight death. So I think that she's gonna die during this part. And that's what's going down. She was gonna be a waitress in the trailer thing. That looks very interesting. Then we have Connie. Connie was gonna be a reporter or journalist at the Commonwealth, I think. And so she's gonna write about it. The Commonwealth may not actually be that good, as you know from the comics. The Commonwealth may look like a good place to live, but actually it's full of bad people, and the politics are just terrible. So it's not really the best place to live. It's just a lie. A big lie. Because people who don't fit in get cast out and all, and a lot of people also get killed for no good reason and all. So it's actually a more darker place than you might think. Kind of like the Terminus and the Saviors and all. So that's what's going down. And I think that she's gonna write in the newspapers and all that Commonwealth is not good actually, and then she may get in trouble and she may die. There has to be some kind of reason why she's not in the Daryl and Carol spin-off, because we all know that there's gonna happen something between Daryl and Connie. And for her to not appear in the Daryl and Carol spin-off would be pretty weird actually then. So you might think that she has to die, but we just got her back, so for her to be killed off right here is just terrible, I think. I think it's gonna go like this. I think that they will keep her alive, but they will kill her sister Kelly to kind of hurt her, so that she will feel what she has done wrong. Either that or Kelly is gonna get killed by some kind of zombie, I don't care, because Kelly is pretty annoying in my opinion. Sorry for those Kelly fans out there, but I hate her. I really think that she's one of the most annoying characters on the show. Then with Carol, well, she's getting her own. Then with Carol, so she's getting her own spin-off, so she will be fine. Virgil, he just got here, and he is in the season for some reason, so for him to be killed off right now wouldn't make much sense. I didn't see much of him in the trailer though, so I'm interested to see what is gonna happen with him. Then with Diane, I saw more of her in the trailer than I thought. She was fighting off someone or some walker. I don't know. She was stabbing something in the head. Looks pretty gruesome. But what is she gonna do? What is gonna happen with her during this season? She's a secondary minor character and all, so not much I believe, but will she die or survive? I actually think there will not many. I don't think we'll lose a lot of people during the first part. I think that's, or maybe we'll lose a lot of people during this part, and then in the final part we'll lose less people. I think that that's gonna go down. And I think that then Diane will be fine for now then, but maybe she dies in the third part, who knows. Then we have Corco. Okay, they won't kill off a baby. That wouldn't make any sense. It would be too dark for the Walking Dead. Then we have Scott. Scott is fine, I think. Barbara, I think that she may die during some off-screen mission or something. Maybe she even gets killed during the Alexandria attack and all. Same goes for Vincent. He's just a minor asshole you don't care about, so they're all gonna get killed during the Alexandria storm or something else going down with Commonwealth and all. They're probably gonna die. Then with this dude, Cal, well, some Alexandria actors has to be left alive. Herschel is just fine. Herschel Jr. is just fine. He wouldn't die. That wouldn't make sense. Okay, then we have this dude, Marco. Marco is fine, I think. I don't see him dying. Birdie. Birdie is dead, I think. Yes, Birdie is dead. Jerry. Okay, this is tricky. We saw some kind of final goodbye, I think, between between Ezekiel and Jerry, before Ezekiel left Jerry when he went to the Commonwealth. So that may let you believe that one of them is gonna die. And during the second part, they have to meet up. That has to happen. So will one of them die before they will meet up? Will they never see each other again? Will be pretty sad and all. And that kind of seemed like a final goodbye when they said goodbye to each other. So for one of them not to die would be pretty unsatisfying and all. But yeah, will Ezekiel or Jerry die? I actually don't think so. I think it will be too early for now. I think that they will do fine actually, both. Maybe one of them dies during the third part, but I think for now they have to be fine. Same goes for Jerry's kids now. Then we have Adam, the son of Whispers. Yeah, is he gonna die? There's not much for him left to do actually, so yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with this baby kid. Will they forget about him or will they kill him off? I think they will pretty much forget about him, but either way, he's probably fine. Okay, so as I just said, Ezekiel's fine. I think he's gonna get cured by Tommy when he becomes surgeon or something. I think that's gonna happen. Okay, then we have Eugene. I think that Eugene is gonna go on some kind of mission together with Princess to find out more about the Commonwealth. Are they bad or are they not bad? Where's Stephanie? What is Lance hiding and all? So I think that they're gonna come together to look for more dangerous theories and all about the Commonwealth. Are they good people or are they bad people? We'll just have to wait and see. But are they in danger? They are probably not. They are both fine, I think. Same goes for Yumiko. I don't see any of these 4 people dying. Maybe they all make it to the end. Maybe Ezekiel dies, but the rest of them has to be safe. Tommy is safe, I think, as well. I was surprised when I saw him out of prison in the trailer, so he will be fine, I think, then. For him to come into this show and then be killed off would be pretty unsatisfying. Then we have Lance. Okay, Lance gonna do something bad. He may look like a nice guy right now, but in the trailers, it's clear that he is gonna be the bad guy. He's gonna go up against Pamela on the Commonwealth, become the new ruler. I think he's kind of acting like he's now the right-hand man of Pamela, but then he's gonna take her down when the time's right. I'm not sure if they're gonna kill her off, Pamela Milton. That would be a pretty big change from the comics. But she's a pretty boring character in the comics, so it could be a pretty interesting word to be killed off then. I wouldn't mind actually. That would be a pretty interesting conversation for Bema to be killed by Lance and for Sebastian to live and all. Maybe that explains why Sebastian is in the woods, kind of like an outcast, because Lance kicked him out of the Commonwealth. That would make a lot of sense. So you know what? I think that Lance is actually gonna do fine for now. Maybe get killed in part 3, be executed because he did a lot of terrible things. I think that he is gonna kill Stephanie because she did something wrong. Then we have, I'll get to Stephanie on a little bit later on, but I think that then Bama is gonna get killed, and I think that Sebastian is gonna do fine, and maybe get killed during the final part 3, but let's see. Okay, I have to talk about this for a quick second. I don't want to get into this too much because I also don't know what's going on with this. We have two Stephanies. We have this Stephanie and we have this Stephanie. And I don't know what's up with that. Why do they have two Stephanies? You're confusing my whole mind. What's going on? Who is the real Stephanie here? Who did contact Eugene on the radio? I don't know. I don't know what happened here, but I think that this is the actual real Stephanie. She works for Bama. Maybe she's also in the rebellion of the Commonwealth. And I think that this is a fake Stephanie who kind of works with Lance or something. Maybe she's gonna turn out to be a villain, or maybe she's gonna turn out to be a character that wanted to be a villain on the bad side of all, but because she kind of had no choice and all, and then got killed off. Maybe she died while trying to protect Eugene or something. I think that will go down. I think that Stephanie will try to protect Eugene and other people. She'll be bad in the beginning, but then turn good and be killed. Because she had to tie up some loose ends. Okay, there's Mercer. Well, Mercer is definitely fine. They would kill him off. He's gonna be a big character for it to come. For it to be killed off right there. Will make sense. Okay, they have a lot of Commonwealth extras who I don't know the names of. Let me give this a second. Let's see. Okay, we have Kayla. It's just fine. You know what, I actually think that all of these people are fine. Maybe some Commonwealth soldiers will die, but the people are fine, I think, actually. So, let's see. How is the people named? I'm gonna write that down right below. Let's see, we have Marcus, John, Evans, Clark, Charles, Evelina, and Kenzie. And then we have a lot of Commonwealth soldiers who I don't honestly care about. Maybe I will care about them into the second half. I don't know. Who cares, really? So, I think that some of them may die. We're gonna have some kind of confrontation between the Commonwealth or inside the Commonwealth on the thing of who is good, who's bad, who do we trust in this new community and who do we don't trust. And I think that some Commonwealth soldiers will be bad and some won't. I think the Merc will be a good guy eventually. And I think that some of the Commonwealth soldiers will also be good and bad and all, a little bit between. I think that, you know what, I think that this guy right here is fine then, together maybe with this one. I think the rest of them will probably die during these confrontations that go wrong. Then we have the... You know, we'll get to Unknown later. First we go to this. Others and Oceanside. Okay, we have some new characters who are probably part of the outcasts of Commonwealth, the people who don't get in because they are weird or don't have any good things to do for the community. I know these women's names. We saw in the trailer. This woman was together with Negan, and this is someone who is in the basement, I think. And she looks like a bad guy. She looks like someone who is definitely a bad person, and she looks like someone who's just wandering around. But I think actually these two are both good characters, but they are just mad at the Commonwealth for casting them out, not letting them be a part of the community. I think it's gonna be a big part of the rebellion. And I think that this girl will probably die during the rebellion, but I think this one is fine. I'm hoping that if the Walking Dead season 9, episode 9 arrives, then we will know these girls' names, because now I'm just running out of things to say about them. Okay, then with the Whisperers. Okay, so there were some Whisperers still living inside the hilltop, even though it's destroyed and all. And we have one of them, Keats, which is right there now. Okay, one second. My cats have to go out of this room. They will be left out. Go. Come on. So that's my cats. Very good, guys. So who do we have here? We have Keats. I think that the Whisperers are also gonna be part of the Outcast. I don't think they will be accepted by the Commonwealth because they are bad guys or don't really have much good things to do. Maybe one of them will be let in, but most of them will probably be cast out, I think. I think that he will he die, will be alive. I don't know. He doesn't really seem like a big, new, interesting character. Maybe some of those Whispers will become a new character. We had in the comics one Whisper boy who was going to have some kind of relationship with Sophia. We never saw it actually happening in the comics, but there was some kind of foreshadowing. There was gonna be some kind of real relationship, but eventually Sophia ended up with Carl. And maybe Keith has some kind of nephew or son who will get together with Lydia or Judith, who knows, or Gracie. I don't know what's gonna happen. But honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen with Keith. I think that Keith is actually gonna die. Maybe we will get a younger Whisper boy who is gonna get some kind of relationship with someone of the kids. We'll have to wait and see. But I think that Keith is actually gonna die. Then we have Oceanside. Oceanside's here. Where have you guys been? We haven't seen much of you during the first few episodes. Will we see anything of you in the second part? We haven't seen anything of Luke. That was weird. We saw everyone else of Magnus group, but not Luke. So it's pretty weird that he didn't appear. Will they appear in this second part? We don't see much of the trailers, so I'm wondering, would they forget about Oceanside altogether? I don't know. I hope they don't. I think that the Commonwealth will come to Oceanside. Maybe they will get cast out. Who knows? I don't think they will. They are pretty useful, in my opinion. So I think that they will do fine. Actually, I don't see any of them dying. Cindy is fine. Rachel is probably also fine. Same goes for Jules and Luke. Although, maybe Rachel could die though. That is something that could maybe happen. But I'm gonna save that for part 3 because I have a lot of dead people right now. So I don't know, maybe I have too many people in the dead grave. Maybe I'm wrong about some of these deaths, but we'll see. We'll break them down at the end of the video. We're at the final group now, I think. The unknown. Characters whose status is unknown for now, but they will probably become important characters. Or they are probably important characters to show, just kind of forget about them. Hopefully some of them will come back around. We'll have to wait and see. We got Eldon. Eldon was left at the church. I think that he will come back. He is a pretty important character. For him to be forgotten about would be pretty weird. So I think that we will see one kind of scene with him where it's revealed that he has been killed or died from his wounds in this side of the church, or be killed by a Reaper or something. Or maybe he will be taken into the Commonwealth. I don't think actually I don't see anything of him in the trailer, so I think that he is gonna get a small part and be revealed to be killed in that side, that church, probably by a Reaper or some outside survivor or the Commonwealth altogether or something, or just passing out in time from his wounds. I'm not sure, but I think that Alden is just kind of dead, I think. Then we have Alex. You know, we have a lot of Alexandria and Hilltop people here. We don't have seen them for a very long time. I think that they all died during the Whisper War with Beta's attack on Alexandria and the Hilltop attack and all. So I think that they all died during either the Battle of Hilltop or the time that Beta destroyed Alexandria, or that time there was some kind of sickness going down in Alexandria. I think that all of these people died right there. That's definitely something that is gonna. That's definitely something that happened in my opinion, because we haven't seen anything of them since the end of the Whisper War. So I think that they all are dead then, in my opinion. Except for these kids, they are probably fine. I think they should have just forgotten about them, and they do that a lot with kids who are extras. So yeah. Then we have characters Georgie, Hilda, and Mitch, I think, yes. They were part of Maggie's people, and we haven't seen them since. Maggie said that she doesn't know where Georgie is. She doesn't know if she's alive. But I think the show may forget about these characters, but I think, in my opinion, they are killed probably off screen by the Reapers. Then we have Winnie, part of Jocelyn's group. She was the only one who survived, I think, and I don't know if she's still around. She flee by the end of that flashback episode. I think she went to live on her own. Maybe she will be revealed to have lived at Commonwealth all this long, or maybe she was part of the Outcast group. Maybe. Oh, that would be a pretty interesting twist. Maybe this woman is a grown-up Winnie. That would be pretty interesting. I don't know if anyone is gonna recognize her. Maybe Daryl, since he was there together with Michonne when the Jocelyn's group was defeated. Maybe this is Winnie. We don't know. That would be pretty awesome if she was Winnie, or one of the Outcasts was Winnie. That would be pretty interesting. But anyway, if she appears, I think that she's gonna do fine then. Okay, I think I have everyone then. How long have I been talking? Okay, about I've been talking about over yeah, I've been talking for 43 minutes. Do I have any questions here? Someone says that Scott's gonna die. AMC can't kill off babies. No, of course they won't kill off babies. You think Bentley's gonna die? Yeah, I think that Bentley's gonna die. I know that seems unlikely, but I think that they're gonna do some big weird thing with Bentley. I think that she's definitely gonna die, yes. Then we have A cat? A cat, yes, yes. My cats are here in the background. They are now gone. They are pretty fun. So, then we have Oceanside is the worst. Yeah. Nah, I wouldn't say they are the worst, but I do think that maybe I do think that maybe they will come back around. I don't think that Oceanside is definitely. I don't think they are the worst. I just think the show is pretty much forget about them. So that is kind of my opinion about it all. Okay, I'm not sure if anyone else will go get this video, but let's see. Let's get down to the predictions. Is there someone who I may think about? Second guess. Okay. We have Alexandria. Do I really think that all these characters who are red are gonna die? Okay. Honestly, I think that maybe Birdie will be fine. Yes, maybe Birdie will be fine. But honestly, anyone else of who I've read here, Kelly, Magna, or Vincent or Barbara, they are all dead. Yes. Okay, then we have Meridian. Okay. Maybe one Reaper will be left alive. For all of them to be killed off, that would be pretty weird. So I think that probably this guy, Washington, and maybe together with Austin and let's say Fisher, they'll be fine actually. These three will survive and become part of the outcast of the Commonwealth, I think. For all of the Reapers to die, that would be pretty weird actually. Okay, the Commonwealth. Will someone survive of that place who I've placed threats? No, I think I'm actually fine with these predictions. I won't chase these predictions. I actually really think that Pamela's gonna get killed. I know that's a big difference from the comics, but that's something that's definitely gonna happen in my opinion. I think that she's gonna get killed by Lance. I think that Lance will stand on the bench. He will say, "Here, it's my honor to introduce Pamela Milton, the leader of the Commonwealth. Someone who needs no introduction." And then Pamela's gonna have her speech and all, and then she's gonna get shot in the back of the head by Lance. He's gonna say, "Now I am the leader." Okay, that may be a little bit too weird and all, maybe a little bit too forced, but something similar to that is probably gonna happen. I think that Lance will kill her in a big place and then say, "Now I am the new leader of the Commonwealth. I will become your new leader." And then maybe somewhere in part 3 he will be killed, be executed. And then in part 3 maybe Ezekiel or Aaron will get the Rick death in the comics and then be shot by Sebastian or someone who is close to Lance. Maybe, oh, that would be very interesting. Maybe instead of Sebastian killing Ezekiel or Aaron, maybe Lance kills one of them, and then because he did that, he's gonna get executed. That would be very interesting. It would be a pretty big change from the comics, so it would also be a pretty good and interesting change, because I honestly wanted for Sebastian to die in the comics, and it would also make a lot more sense if the one who killed someone like Ezekiel or Aaron had to die, in my opinion. I think that it would be a lot more satisfying. I know that maybe it kills the whole message of not killing too many people, because then you start to lose yourself and all, and then humanity becomes a big third place and all. But I think that it's something that's going to go down in the third part. I know I don't have to look that big in the future and all, but I'm going to do it right here. I think that in the third part, Lance is gonna get killed and be executed because he killed Aaron or Ezekiel. One of them is gonna get the Rick death from the comics, and then he's gonna get executed. I think that actually maybe Sebastian will come off as some kind of asshole, but maybe redeem himself, kind of like what they did with Frank Jr. last on Ozark. We all hated Frank Jr., but then in the 7 episodes we recently got, he was actually pretty nice and pretty interesting character who we love to see a lot more of. So maybe Sebastian will redeem himself just like Frank Jr. redeemed himself in the 7 episodes of Ozark. We'll have to wait and see. It would be pretty interesting though, for such a terrible character to redeem himself. So we'll have to wait and see. Okay, we'll go back to Oceanside and the others. Okay, I think that honestly, maybe Rachel does die. Yeah, maybe Rachel does die. Yes. Okay, then we have the others. No, I'm fine with these predictions. I'm gonna change these. Okay, so yeah, those were my predictions. I think I don't have to talk anything else. Say anything else about this? Okay, let's see. Is anyone else here in the live chat? No. Oh, I do have more. Okay. So many characters. We need more deaths. Yeah, we need a lot of deaths. That's probably right. I would agree with that. But I don't think many people will die during this second part. I have just a lot of people already who are rats, in my opinion. For more of them to die would be unbelievable. So maybe some more will die in part 3, but I think I have enough for part 2 right now. Birdie. Yeah, okay, yeah, Birdie's dead. Show has done a terrible job with keeping up with too many characters, yeah. Yeah, I have mixed thoughts about that one. I think they are a lot of characters, maybe too many. But, it is also... It is doing better recently, in my opinion. They never should have confirmed the sequel show. I don't know. Maybe that kind of kills off the whole promise of Carol and Daryl doing fine and all. So yeah, maybe that's. Okay, this guy really hates AMC, I think. Okay, but no, but anyway, I like you having here, man. You're one of my only people who watches right now, so tell your friends to watch as well. But anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap this up because I don't really have much to talk about anyway. Okay. So let's wrap this up right now. So those were my predictions for The Walking Dead season 11. I hope you guys enjoyed. So tell me down in the comments below if you rewatched this live stream or if you're watching it right now. Who do you think is gonna die? Who do you think is gonna live? Do you agree with my predictions or not? Let me all know in the comments down below in the live chat and all. I'm sorry if you heard any spoilers. That's just your loss for not being up to date with the show and all. I know it's a dick move for me to say, but if you're watching this video, you have to be up to date with the show. So that's just that. So okay. So I will let this up. So tell me your predictions of season 11 part 2 in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, be sure to follow me on Instagram or Facebook. And yeah, I see you guys next time. Okay, I see you guys next time. Okay, good. This was fun. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Yes, here we are. Okay, now, goodbye. I don't have anything more to say. Till